Most people perceive attraction as something loud and obvious, a confident smile, a quick-witted joke, a vibrant social energy. But true magnetism isn't declarative. It's subtle. It communicates itself through a calm gaze, a steady energy, and a quiet, unshakable confidence. In a world consumed by noise and the constant pursuit of validation, silence has become the ultimate form of power. As Marcus Aurelius observed, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When your inner world is composed, people sense it before you even speak. You don't need to prove, perform, or persuade. Your stillness alone communicates strength. What follows are 9 Stoic habits that cultivate this silent attractiveness. They're not about chasing attention, but about commanding respect without uttering a word. So, take a deep breath, turn inward, and remember, in a chaotic world, your calm presence is the most powerful statement you can make. Habit number 1, the power of calm presence. You can feel it when someone enters a room and shifts the atmosphere, not through loudness or demands, but by simply carrying an aura of peace. This is the power of a calm presence. It's a magnetism born of self-control, not performance. In a society built on urgency and reactivity, calmness is a rebellious act. While everyone else is rushing, checking, and proving, the individual who can simply sit, breathe, and observe feels unshakably powerful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." The Stoics knew that presence is not just physical, it's energetic. When you are not hijacked by every external stimulus, people subconsciously recognize your stability. You become an anchor in the chaos. Your steadiness signals that you are someone who doesn't need to control the room to control yourself. Think about the last time you met someone who didn't rush to fill a silence, who felt no need to prove or over-explain. Their calm likely made you slow down. 2. Peace is contagious. It speaks directly to the nervous systems of those around you. People crave that energy, not the flash of charisma, but the comfort of composure. Stoicism teaches that true strength is not loud. It is the ability to remain centered when everything else is in motion. Calmness is not weakness. It is command. The practice, when you feel pulled into chaos, a stressful meeting, an argument, quietly repeat this mantra. Pause. Breathe. Observe. Pause to create space. Breathe to anchor yourself in your body. Observe to reclaim your awareness. This is how Stoics practice emotional control, not by suppressing feelings, but by understanding them before acting. Imagine being insulted. The crowd expects anger, but you respond with composure. That silence is more disarming than any argument. Your lack of reaction teaches others that your peace is not negotiable. This cannot be faked. It is built through discipline and repeated restraint. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." When you're no longer ruled by impulses, you become free, and that freedom radiates through your presence. Calmness becomes your armor. You stop chasing admiration because peace itself becomes your identity. So, practice calm presence daily. Slow your gestures. Speak with intention. Let your stillness speak for you. Because attraction isn't about noise, it's about energy. And when your energy is calm, grounded, and steady, people don't just notice you, they feel you. Power line. Your peace is felt before your words are heard. Habit number 2, speak less, mean more. Have you ever noticed someone who can enter a conversation, say almost nothing, yet have everyone lean in when they finally speak? Their words carry weight, as if filtered through thought, discipline, and truth. This is no accident. It is mastery. In a world where people often speak just to be heard, the Stoics spoke to be understood. Many talk to escape silence, filling every pause because quiet feels uncomfortable and exposes insecurity. But a Stoic knows that silence is not emptiness. It is clarity. When you don't rush to speak, you allow your thoughts to mature. You choose meaning over volume, intention over impulse. This is what makes your words magnetic. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening is not passive. It is powerful. It teaches you what others truly value, fear, and conceal. The more you listen, the sharper your insight becomes. The less you speak, the more impact your words carry when you choose to use them. While society often rewards noise, quick replies, hot takes, performative confidence, wisdom grows in the pause. Great leaders and calm individuals share one trait: restraint. They understand that silence can be strategic, building tension that, in turn, commands attention. The practice: before you respond to anyone, pause for 3 seconds and ask yourself, does this need to be said? Does it need to be said now? Does it need to be said by me? You will find that often, silence is the stronger choice. Marcus Aurelius disciplined himself with this rule: if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Imagine living so that your words become an extension of your character. This authenticity, restrained by discipline, is profoundly attractive. Think of how rare it is to meet someone who listens deeply, making you feel understood without rushing to advise or dominate. That presence alone draws people in, because everyone craves being truly heard. To be magnetic, you must first master silence. Let others rush. Let them chase attention. You slow down. Speak only when your words can build, not just fill. Make each sentence an act of precision. The quieter you become, the more people will lean in to hear your voice. Not because you are loud, but because you are clear. Power line. Silence creates curiosity, and curiosity creates attraction. Habit number 3, master non-reaction. Nothing reveals your inner power more than the moment you choose not to react. Anyone can raise their voice or fire back when provoked. That requires no strength. But the ability to stay calm when someone tries to shake you, that is emotional mastery. In any confrontation, the loudest person is rarely the strongest. It is the one who doesn't flinch who commands respect. The Stoics called this discipline apatheia, not apathy, but mental clarity. It means you see what is happening without being consumed by it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When someone offends you, it is not the word that hurt, but your interpretation of them. The Stoic pauses before that interpretation takes control, building a wall of reason between stimulus and response. Our modern world thrives on reaction. Social media rewards outrage, news feeds on division. This constant reactivity drains your energy and dignity. Every time you react impulsively, you hand over your peace. Every time you respond with restraint, you take it back. Non-reaction is not weakness or passivity. It is a strategic understanding of timing. You don't meet fire with fire. You let the other person's flames die in the silence of your composure. The practice: implement the 24-hour rule. When something triggers you, a message, a comment, a decision, wait 1 day before responding. If it still matters tomorrow, respond with intention. If not, let it go. This single habit can save relationships, careers, and your mental peace. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Modern psychology confirms this. Each time you pause instead of explode, you rewire your brain towards strength. You become less reactive and more reflective. People start to feel safer around you because you are predictable in your composure. And safety, not excitement, is a true foundation of deep attraction. Practice this daily. When someone provokes you, smile inwardly and think, thank you for the training. Every irritation is an invitation to prove your composure. Over time, your calm becomes legendary. People stop trying to push you because they know you will not move. Power line. Non-reaction is your loudest statement. Habit number 4, eye contact without ego. There's a silence that speaks louder than words, and it lives in your eyes. Most people use eye contact to either dominate or to please. But the Stoics' gaze is calm, steady, and unshaken. It is not a performance. It is a mirror. When you look at someone without ego, you are not trying to win their attention. You are simply present. And this presence is what makes people feel truly seen. In every conversation, there is an invisible energy exchange. Darting eyes signal anxiety. An intense stare signals control. But a gaze that is naturally focused, yet soft, signals confidence without aggression. It comes from a simple intention: to understand, not to conquer. Think of the last time someone truly looked at you. You felt a shift because genuine attention is rare. Most people listen to reply, not to connect. The Stoic reverses this. He listens with his eyes, studying without judgment. This quiet focus is magnetic because it communicates safety and depth. The practice, before meeting someone's eyes, take a breath to slow your heart rate. Keep your gaze steady but kind, holding it for 2 seconds longer than feels comfortable. Don't scan or flinch, just stay. You will notice a subtle shift. Their body softens, their tone drops. The conversation becomes real. As Seneca said, to be calm is the highest achievement of self. This calm radiates through your eyes. When you carry inner stillness, your gaze becomes a reflection of your inner fortress. You no longer need to project confidence. You embody it. In every encounter, practice looking without wanting, seeing without judging, and observing without attachment. Your calm will do the talking. Because eyes that see clearly don't chase. They reveal. Power line. Your eyes should say, I see you, not I seek you. Habit number 5. Respect energy exchange. Every interaction is an exchange of energy. Some people leave you grounded. Others leave you drained. The Stoics taught that nothing depletes the soul faster than scattering your attention on what does not deserve it. When you learn to respect your own energy, you instantly become more attractive. Why? Because people sense when you are no longer leaking your power away. Seneca advised, associate with those who will make you better. This isn't about avoidance, but conscious choice. Who you spend time with shapes your inner world. Modern life glorifies constant availability, but being always accessible is not kindness. It is surrender. You cannot build presence if you are perpetually reacting to other people's noise. Attention is your currency. Spend it wisely. When you withdraw from drama, you do not lose connection. You refine it. The practice. For the next 7 days, observe which interactions leave you feeling lighter and which leave you heavier. Then, consciously reduce your exposure to draining influences by 50%. Mute fruitless conversations and limit time with chronic complainers. This is not cruelty. It is clarity. Every no to distraction is a yes to your own strength. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your thoughts are shaped by what you allow in. Guard your inputs, the media you consume, the people you follow, the tone of your environment, as fiercely as you guard your secrets. Think of your calm as sacred. When you enter a room, your energy either heals or harms the space. The Stoic does not absorb everyone's emotions. He reflects balance. True compassion starts with discernment. When you stop chasing validation, you start radiating respect. It is a paradox. The less you need others' approval, the more they tend to give it. Confidence without arrogance and peace without explanation are deeply magnetic. Power line. You attract respect when you stop seeking validation. Habit number 6. Slow movement, strong energy. Observe those who truly command attention. They do not rush. Their movements are deliberate, their gestures minimal, their pace unhurried. This is not arrogance. It is mastery. In a world addicted to speed, slowing down is power. The Stoics knew that your movement reveals your mind. A frantic body reflects an unsettled spirit. A still body allows the soul to stand tall. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "No way you can go is more peaceful than your own soul." Imagine carrying that calm into your walk and posture. Slowness is not laziness. It is control. It is the physical form of awareness. Most people move as if they are late for their own lives. But an anchored person does not rush the moment because they are not trying to escape it. Their acceptance radiates quiet confidence. The Stoic sees each motion as an act of intention. Walking becomes meditation. Speaking becomes ceremony. The practice. Notice when you speed up to match someone else's anxiety or urgency. The next time you feel that pull, pause, breathe, move half a beat slower. Let your gestures be precise, not pressured. You will shift not only your own state, but also that of the people around you, who will begin to mirror your calm. As Seneca connected, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Gratitude and calmness are linked. When you are grateful, you are grounded in the moment, not racing toward the next. When your movements are unhurried, your energy says, I am not chasing, I am choosing. And that makes people lean in. This is what the Stoics called euthymia, an inner harmony that comes from walking your path without distraction. Powerline: move slow, speak slow, think deep. Habit number 7, emotional minimalism. The modern world often rewards emotional excess, constant updates, visible reactions, oversharing. But the Stoics knew that the less you broadcast, the more power you hold. Emotional minimalism is not about being cold. It is about choosing what deserves your energy. It is the art of feeling deeply without leaking your emotions everywhere. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The Stoic does not suppress feelings. He organizes them. He experiences anger, but does not become it. He feels sadness, but does not drown in it. Every emotion is data, not destiny. Think of your emotional world as a minimalist home. When it's cluttered with resentment and overthinking, you cannot breathe. When you declutter, you see clearly. You do not need to react to everything you feel. You need to understand it. The practice: keep a 3-line journal every evening. What triggered me today? Why did it move me so strongly? What truth did it reveal about me? After a week, you will see patterns and understand where you give your control away. Reflection replaces reaction. What once rattled you will barely register. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Emotional bravery is quiet restraint, the courage to feel without performing. The more you refine your emotional landscape, the more magnetic you become. Because people feel safe with someone who does not overreact. They sense maturity and strength. Real confidence does not need to display every emotion. It radiates control. And this control is the Stoics' definition of freedom. Powerline: restraint is not suppression. It is sovereignty. Habit number 8, purposeful solitude. Many people fear being alone, confusing solitude with loneliness. But the Stoics saw it differently. Solitude is not emptiness. It is space, the sacred distance where your mind and soul realign. In a world of constant stimulation, the person who can sit alone without distraction holds a rare power. Seneca wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This is not about escaping the world, but about returning to yourself. The Stoic seeks solitude not because he dislikes people, but because he wants to meet himself before meeting others. Without solitude, connection can become dependency. Silence reveals what noise hides: your values, your fears, your authentic voice. At first, solitude may feel uncomfortable because it is honest, but that honesty builds depth. The more time you spend alone with intention, the stronger your inner gravity becomes. People sense that you are not seeking external validation. You are full from within. That fullness is irresistible. The practice: spend 15 minutes each day in complete solitude. No phone, no music, no distractions. Just breathe and observe. Let your mind wander without chasing thoughts. You will learn to enjoy your own company. And that is when you stop being lonely. You transform solitude into strength. Marcus Aurelius, amid the chaos of ruling an empire, found his kingdom within. If he could find peace there, so can we in a quiet room. People who are comfortable alone are magnetic. Their energy doesn't chase. It attracts. Power line: solitude builds gravity. Gravity draws respect. Habit number 9, radiate gratitude and presence. The most magnetic people are not those chasing admiration, but those quietly radiating gratitude. Gratitude is silent confidence, the energy of someone who is already full and does not need to take from others to feel whole. The Stoics saw gratitude not as a fleeting feeling, but as a disciplined state of mind. Marcus Aurelius began his days by thinking, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive." This was a survival practice. He knew that gratitude is the antidote to both arrogance and despair. When you live with gratitude, you stop demanding from life and start receiving it. That shift changes your entire energy. Most people wake up focusing on lack. Gratitude rewires a mind to focus on abundance. This turns insecurity into serenity. The Stoic does not deny hardship. He honors it. He looks at pain and says, "This too teaches me." That is why gratitude is strength. It transforms resistance into resilience. The practice. Each morning, before checking your phone, name 3 things you are grateful for. 1 person, 1 opportunity, and 1 challenge. Thank the difficulty for building your endurance. This trains your brain to see life as happening for you, not to you. As Seneca said, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Gratitude humbles the ego and nourishes the soul. It reminds you that everything is borrowed time, giving your presence a quiet intensity. You stop rushing because you understand the value of the present moment. Imagine walking into a room filled with thankfulness. You connect with calm eyes and steady energy, free from pretense. Your presence says, I am content but open. That is the energy of true attraction. It doesn't shout, it glows. Power line. Gratitude is silent confidence made visible. Outro. My silence is my magnetism. These 9 habits are not about pretending to be calm or acting mysterious. They are about building an authentic inner stillness that speaks before words do. True attraction is not born from noise, performance, or charm. It is born from peace, restraint, and purpose. When you master yourself, you no longer need to chase. You simply attract. Remember, calm presence, measured speech, emotional discipline, and purposeful solitude. These are not weaknesses. They are weapons of wisdom. The world may reward noise, but always respect stillness. So, keep practicing. Guard your energy. Move slowly. Speak deliberately, and let your peace become your power. Because in the end, the most magnetic force you will ever possess is not your looks, your status, or your words. It is your state of being. Affirmation. My silence is my magnetism.